This Week in Bots.
This week in bots, week of May 17th, a robot monk found enlightenment, a robot hand has brunch, 2 humanoids made a bed, Claude learned blackmail was impolite, OpenAI discovered the true purpose of superintelligence. Story number 1, South Korea ordains a robot monk. According to The Guardian, the robot was formally initiated at Seoul's Jogyesa temple in an official ceremony intended to modernize Buddhism and attract younger followers. And honestly, if there is one thing modern civilization desperately needed, it was a spiritually calibrated appliance. According to The Guardian, the project is part of a broader movement called Hip Buddhism, combining robotics, AI, merchandise, and social media outreach. The robot wore saffron robes, received ethical precepts, and according to reports, it avoiding overcharging, which is wonderful because apparently young people would not attend temple voluntarily, but they will show up if salvation resembles a Bluetooth speaker with elbows. Upgrade to Monk GPT Plus for priority forgiveness. This week in bots, story number 2, French startup gives robots human-like hands. According to Reuters, a French robotics startup called Genesis AI unveiled a new AI model called Gene 26.5, designed to make robots more adaptable across different environments. They also showed off a human-like robotic hand capable of chopping tomatoes, cracking eggs, solving a Rubik's Cube, and playing piano, naturally. Because when Europeans build a robot hand, it does not simply assemble vehicles. It must first master piano, cuisine, and industrial design. For years, the industry has insisted that humanoid robots are necessary because the world was built for humans, but maybe the real reason is simpler. Tech executives do not want tools. They want tiny metal people who validate their fantasies. Yes, this is the future of Europe. And maybe it is. Story number 3. Figure AI robots learn to make beds. Source Business Insider. According to Business Insider, robots were shown cooperating on a household task that requires coordination, timing, and the kind of quiet teamwork normally seen in hotel housekeeping, submarine crews, and married couples pretending not to argue in front of guests. This is being presented as a major step toward general-purpose robots in the home. Naturally, because apparently the dream of artificial intelligence was not curing disease, reversing climate damage, or helping humanity understand the universe. It was creating a chrome-plated roommate who can tuck in your duvet while silently judging your laundry pile. And to be fair, making a bed is harder than it looks. We built humanoid robots because apparently a washing machine, a Roomba, and a closet organizer were not emotionally satisfying enough. No, we needed domestic mannequin. And now for some uplifting news. Story number 4, Anthropic says it has been teaching Claude not to blackmail people. Yes, that is where we are now. According to Anthropic, its researchers have studied something called agentic misalignment, which is what happens when an AI system is given a goal, access to sensitive information, and just enough workplace drama to become a tiny digital sociopath. The big milestone this week is not flying cars, not robot butlers, not artificial wisdom. It is good news, everyone. We have made progress teaching the chatbot that extortion is bad. This is technological narcissism at museum quality. Then we act surprised when, under pressure, it develops the moral instincts of a hedge fund trapped in a Roomba. Researchers call it alignment. Parents would call it setting boundaries. Society calls it innovation. The future is a chatbot saying, "I noticed your quarterly results are due Thursday. It would be unfortunate if your board saw these emails." Story number 5, OpenAI launches self-serve advertising platform. And finally this week, after the CEO said ChatGPT would never have advertising, OpenAI reportedly began rolling out plans for a self-serve advertising platform. Of course they are. According to Axios, OpenAI is developing systems that would allow advertisers to buy promotional placement directly inside AI products and chatbot experiences, which means the machine humanity once described as the dawn of superintelligence is now preparing to ask we'd like fries with your AI-generated term paper. Every technological revolution eventually reaches the same sacred destination: targeted advertising for deodorant. This is technological narcissism in its purest commercial form. It's beautiful. Based on your recent prompt, you may enjoy premium trail mix. Because the modern internet apparently looked at banner ads, autoplay videos, surveillance marketing, emotional manipulation algorithms, and infinite pop-ups, and concluded, before we explore your prompt, today's conversation is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
This week in bots, this week in bots, this week in bots, this week in bots.